And I'm pleased to welcome that we're now going to have Towanna Freeman, who is the principal consultant for Towanna Freeman and Associates, and we're supported by her, and she's the creator of blacklifecoaches.net. Look it up, please. Look up their pages as well. The #1 life coaching and personal development resource for the black community in the USA. She's a successful life coach, management consultant, inspirational speaker, and advocate for young women. She's also the co-author of the award-winning book, Purposeful Action, 7 Steps to Fulfillment, which reveals a 7-step method for identifying and effectively pursuing personal and professional goals. Everybody can please welcome Towanna Freeman from the USA. Good evening, Towanna.
Well, good evening. How are you?
I'm awesome, my dear. Thank you so much for your time to give us some time today. I know that the kids are starting school this week and it's a bit chaotic over there in the States, I can imagine.
It absolutely is, and we are actually in the middle of a very bad thunderstorm, so I'm hoping our internet connection stays strong while I give my talk here.
Excellent. Well, let's hope so. Let me just see if everybody can hear you. Sorry, 1 second. Let me just double check everybody can hear you clearly. 1 second. Oh, excellent. Thank you, Michael. Can everybody hear Towanna clearly, please? Yes, thank you, Michael. Yep, thank you, Colette. Brilliant. Everybody can hear you, Towanna. So far away, my dear. Thank you so much. It's good to connect with you again. And listen, the people from the UK need to hear about yourself, what you do, what you're about, and, you know, what you want to do to support us as well. The floor is yours, my dear.
Fantastic. It is a pleasure to be able to join you all this evening. I always love and support the work that Des O'Connor is doing in the UK. I'm a huge fan of his work. Just to let you all know, right away before I get into who I am, I met Des. It's been over a year now, I believe, Des.
Yeah, that's right.
And we connected because when I first started developing the Black Life Coaches Network, prior to establishing that, I had run across some of Des's work on the internet. And the power of the internet, obviously we all know how well it works for us, especially if you're doing research. And so I ran across his work and I became a fan of his, and after that I just continued to monitor him, and it was just kind of odd how it all came together, but we connected and started doing a lot of collaborations, and as you can see, it works well when you have like-hearted people, not just like-minded, but people who have the same type of heart and passion for people. It can work out extremely well. So a little bit about myself. So as Des mentioned, I am a certified life coach, have been for several years. Before that, I was a consultant and started in corporate America. I had a very long and lengthy 20-year career in corporate America. And I basically developed over the years my professional leadership track and working in an environment where as you move up the corporate ladder, you get to a point where you really decide you don't want to be managed anymore, and you make a decision to start your own business by leaving and doing other things, following your passion, as they say. So I transitioned, and that's how I started my company. And so coaching became an additional skill set that I added to what I do for a living. It's not all that I do. Coaching is something that is a very hot topic. It's a hot career path right now for a number of people. It's starting to increase in popularity all over the world. When I say all over, I mean in Europe as well as in Australia. It's really becoming a profession in demand. And the wonderful thing about that is that, you know, it's an opportunity for us to hone new skills and to reinvent ourselves if we need to. And the one thing that I enjoyed most about becoming a certified coach is that it became a new skill that I could market within my business and take my business to the next level. And it is an additional skill. I do not let it, it's not my only skill. And the wonderful thing about you all that are on this call right now is that each and every one of you have something that you already do, and you do it well. Coaching then becomes an additional skill set that can enhance what you already do. If you notice, most of the people in this particular career field, coaching is not the only thing that they do. It is a subset in most cases. They're authors, they're speakers, and they utilize the skills and the abilities of a coaching practice to enhance what they do. And I have to emphasize that, because it is important that you all know that when you go through the process of working with Des, it is about creating a new platform for your life, a new avenue for you to deliver great information to the people that you're called to serve. Now, as a woman of the community, I am and have always served young women and teen girls and helping to develop a community of strong young women who are committed not only to their faith, but also to seeing a life better for themselves and for their future, so that when they become mothers and providers, they are equipped to be responsible and caring citizens and caring and loving nurturers. And so I created a nonprofit group, which was an extension of my Christian ministry, to work with teen girls. And I did that successfully for 18 years. And I started that really right out of my college years. I started that right after I finished college. And it was my first effort to connect with the community. And in doing that, I used biblical principles to establish that nonprofit. And that nonprofit ran consistently so that I could reach that group city to city in the United States. And we expanded it from working with high school age teen girls until my daughter, who is now a teenager, grew up in the under me, and I mentored her, and lo and behold, she created her own program. So the model in which I taught the girls over the years is the same model I subscribe to as a mother as I raised my own daughter. And so my Christian principles and my biblical principles that I established that nonprofit on became a very strong foundation that my daughter could then stand on and then continue the vision that she had for her life as it pertains to working in the community. Now, the coaching skills was the additional piece that I needed, because I understood counseling, I understood mentoring, but coaching allowed me to now insert some very important skills that would allow me to work more and to connect more with the young people so that I could help them resolve issues and move ahead and move forward with their lives in areas that were holding them back. And so those skills were very, very critical. And so I was thankful to even stumble across this type of skill set back in 2008. And so when I got certified, it became the best thing I had ever done. Now, the one thing that I will say is that the Academy of Black Mentors is a concept that is fantastic. I can't express to you all, the value that comes with the Academy of Black Mentors. There are a number of different programs out here. There are a lot of people doing a lot of great things. However, you have to use discernment and look at the things that people are doing, and you have to say to yourself, is this resonating with me? And does it speak to my spirit? Does it speak to what my mission is? And if it does, then I need to move and flow in that. The one thing that's important about ABM is that it's a group of people who are like-hearted as well as like-minded. And Des is a giver. He is giving, you guys don't even know the content behind the Academy of Black Mentors. I do. And I've told him time and time again that it's way too much. It's almost like he's giving away too much for the price. It is true, Des. And I've told him this so many times. And by me being a mentor and a businesswoman, I understand what's important. But at the same time, I know for a fact that his heart is in this. And he is so passionate about helping the community, just as I am here in the States. We're so passionate, we have so much passion for it that we do more than we should. Any businessman or businesswoman who's successful will turn around and look at Des and I and our business model and probably criticize it. But our passion and our desire to see our community succeed and to grow to a place that they're unstoppable, that passion is so strong that we're willing to do a little bit more than the average person. So I support ABM. I support all the work that Des is doing. I support and encourage all of you to, again, assess where you are in your life and your career, and to give this a serious consideration, because if you have something to offer the world, and I always start in the community that you live in. If you have something to offer, and you know you have something to offer, then it's time to start, so that you can begin to teach and reach those people that you're called to serve. Because all of us can't reach everybody. I can't touch the people that Des will touch. I can't serve the people that Des will serve. It's my desire to reach as many people as I possibly can, but I also know that the way the world works and the way that God structured this world is understanding that some people are not going to be drawn to me. Maybe because of the way I look, maybe because of my horrible American accent, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, however and whenever they're drawn to me, the good thing is that there's a Des out there, and there's others out there who are doing it that you may connect with. And that's why I'm thankful for ABM and thankful for Des. So I appreciate you listening to me in my time, and I hope you all do consider it, because it's a wonderful opportunity.
Thank you so much, Towanna. Does anybody have any questions for that before she goes? I mean, I'm just inspired by the support, and there's not many, well, I don't know of anybody over here in the UK that's making connections like this in the States. And listen, I say to everybody, this is going to be very big. We're connecting. There's other organisations and associations that have contacted us already that we're going to be connecting with. But I would just like to just say, Towanna, thank you, for all the support. And I know that you've got a lot to do today, because you did say to me that you just squeeze in. But I mean, I will message everybody to get hold of you. I'll send them your email address now. So it's towanna@blacklifecoaches.net. Is that right?
That's correct.
Sorry, 1 second. Someone's asking about your qualifications, but you've touched on that anyway. And Bridget says, say hi to Towanna for me and thank her for contacting me, Bridget, because Bridget is one of the women that's on my program, and she, I believe that she connected with you. Is that right?
Yes, Bridget. Oh my God, I didn't know she was on the call. Fantastic. I'm so glad to hear that she's on. She's a wonderful woman, Des. Absolutely wonderful. My qualifications, I'll tell you all, right away. I'm a scientist. I got my undergraduate degree in chemistry and mathematics from Howard University in the States. And from that, I went to graduate school to study digital transmission. But the way of the world shifts, and I got a doctorate in divinity. So a lot of people don't know that, but that's my education. And so I am qualified to be on this call. There's a lot of people who have a lot of credentials, but I would say that I think I have what it takes to be on the call.
One of the things that when people ask that question, and I usually ask them, would you rather somebody that has all the letters and all the qualifications under them, or would you rather somebody that can get you instant, quick, authentic results? And I know one of the people in the States, Anthony Robbins, said that, people ask him, oh, what you qualified? Because when he started out, he was challenging the therapists and counselors, wasn't he? Saying that he can cure all your patients in a matter of 45 minutes. And what he decided, what his slogan to saying was, he has a PhD in results. Mm-hmm. And that's what he said. So if anybody asks me that, I quote the same thing, whether it's relationship, whether it's empowering children, whether it's improving people's lives. I don't know any counselors or therapists that can find a single woman, her husband, in a matter of 3 or 4 coaching sessions. And when anybody asks me any questions like that, I just I just quote what Anthony Robbins said, I have a PhD in results. Simple.
Absolutely. And before I jump off, I'm going to add to that, Des, because what's important for everybody to understand that if you have the skills and abilities and you have a message that is life-changing and that can support the community, don't be afraid to step in and have a conversation with Des, because you know, a lot of us will hesitate to make decisions and do new things because we feel like we're not good enough. If you can demonstrate the ability or have demonstrated the ability in some areas of your life, then you have the first step, you know, that's necessary to get started. So do not allow anything to hold you back. Try to avoid, you know, being taken over by fear too much, because we all have a way of being afraid of certain things.
That's
But
right.
be mindful that demonstrated ability is what we all understand best, especially as blacks, because we have to demonstrate who we are before people believe that we can do the work. And I've been demonstrating since I graduated from college, so I know what that means. And so I would ask that each of you not fall into the basket of I'm not good enough, because at the end of the day, demonstrated ability far outweighs the whole potential that most of us look at other people and say, oh, they have the potential. No, I need demonstration as well as potential.
Excellent.
So thank you, Des, and we'll talk again.
Okay, thank you so much, Towanna, and you have a we'll connect soon, my dear. And I've just messaged everybody your details so they can connect with you there as well. Thank you so much, and we'll speak soon. Okay.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you. Awesome.